Yes, 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 man. Give me just a second. We will get going.
Will not hang up the phone until their client either buys or fucking I think you have a fucking drug problem.
Guys being sober.
Fucking sucks.
Boring, right?
So boring. I'm gonna kill myself. Get fucking rich. Who's rich? Every fucking all we care about is get fucking rich.
Fugazi, it's Hawazi, it's Uzi, it's fairy dust. It doesn't exist. It's never landed. It is no matter. It's not on the elemental chart. It's not fucking real.
All right, man. Yes, 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 yes. What is going on? What is going on? That's let's pull this up. Little thing I came across. Little thing I came across there on playing with some openings for a podcast from the Wolf of Wall Street. Pull up these comments. What's going on? Let's put them on here so we can preserve them for all time. What's going on, Steve? What's going on, John, Brandon? Man, good to see you guys. Hopefully you got my text messages I sent earlier today. I sent out a private video going over some charts. I'm going to try to start sending those out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday if I can. We won't edit them. We'll just keep them raw and dirty. Send them out, keep them short, cover some charts. Hopefully they help, man. Keep us in contact, so to speak. What's going on? We're live on Instagram and YouTube. And hey, don't forget, man, whatever you think about comes about. And I promise you, whatever you focus on, that's what grows in your life. Man, I kind of want to finish this out now that I started it. Hold on. Oh, man. Come on, man. You ain't got to do that, Gerald, but I do want to. Let me see if we can finish this out. And it's almost over. Let me see how it ends.
YouTube, Facebook, videos.
All right, that was it. I thought it'd end a little different. What's going on, man? It's good to see you guys. Let's check out the stock market. I was sitting here day trading some Bitcoin. I had to, let's see, I had to kind of make myself stop. I didn't want to stop, to be honest. Lately, whenever I day trade Bitcoin live on the air, I have not been doing as well. What's up, man? What's up? What's up, Gavin? Good to see you. What we got here? Can't even pronounce that name. I ain't gonna try to mess it up, man. I appreciate you. What's going on? Got to hang out with a couple followers this weekend. Came into New Orleans. That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun right there. I meant to get this out earlier, but if you're not on the email list, click that QR code up there. You can get this email I'm fixing to send out. It's free. And we're talking about the 5 essential principles to master that every trader really needs to master to be consistent and be profitable. And I think that's kind of all of our goals, right? Might not aim. I guess I could put it up. What we see here is a solid stage 4 decline right now, huh? Let me take myself down a little bit so we can get this chart a little bit bigger. And all right, we got some people on Instagram. What's up, Instagram? We got people on Instagram, man. They always seem to pop in and pop out, man. I tend to take that shit personal. Let's see, man. Free ebook. Let's post something on there, man, and we'll pin it. Same thing. Any of this stuff you see, if you come across, if you need help, better understanding of how it works, or you're just confused, let me know. See what I can do to help you. Right here, if you haven't, still a little trend line on here. One of the principles of the money flow system is that where price has been before, it tends to be drawn to. Boom, boom, boom. So there's a good chance it goes right there. And then also notice the RSI is getting extreme. So we got a lot of things going on right there that and watch, we'll see if it doesn't kind of pause right there. And that's one of the basic tenets of the money flows, that where price has been before, it can go again. And these concepts, these ideas, these phrasings like that can help us, it can really help us improve our trading if we have some fundamental principles, some foundational principles in which we can trade off of, man. All right. So what's going on here? All right. So that's Bitcoin. This is a 1-minute chart. I like to use it a lot, illustrative purposes, just to show people the principles of trading, how we use the different indicators. With the money flow, we use 6 different things, really. We use the RSI, which is what you see up here. We use, obviously, the moving averages. The green is the 20. The blue here is a 10 exponential. The 20 is a simple. And then the 5 is an exponential. Okay. And then we use the TSI that was created by a guy named William Blue back in the day. And we use the histogram from the MACD. I don't really use the, let's hide that for a second. I don't really use the lines too much when it comes to the MACD. And then this right down here is actually a money flow indicator. It goes similar to the RSI, except it uses a 20/80 instead of a 70/30. But if you notice right now, you're already starting to see it. Price is stopping right there. Right where we thought it might. You can see it in that corner. And that would be a principle, where price has been before is drawn to. And then when it gets there, it tends to stop, Now, it may go lower. And if it was to break through that, then I would assume, hey, we're just fucking going lower. And it's going to break down to the next one. And then if I don't see any on my screen, because I can only contain so many bars. What is there? I think there's 360 bars if you're day trading the entire day. And you can imagine you can get quite a few of these money flow patterns, Let's see. If you don't know this, pulling it up right now seems to be moving really slow. Okay, there we go. If you should see it right now, but if you go over to thepetersreport.com, which you can hit that QR code, that'll take you to the Substack for it. But this is the actual document, okay? And this is the petersport.com. It's going to forward you to an online flipping book. And this is the one I've been putting this online now for about 6 years. This is my personal trading log. Moves I make, moves I do. And it's still at the core of what we do with the money flow. And I've given it away the entire 6 years, never charged for it. It's about 42 pages. Takes me about 10 hours a week to put together. I give it away free. Most people don't take advantage of it. You know, it's sad. A lot of money can be made from inside of this newsletter. And I try to keep up with my damn self so that I can know what's going on in the markets, you know. And if you ever have to write a summary of what happened last week, and you do that week after week after fucking week after fucking week, what happens is you start understanding stock market. Stock market endured a volatile headline-driven week that ultimately ended with a mixed performance across the major averages. What would the major averages be? The Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ. Maybe some people throw in the Russell, the IWM, okay? You might throw in gold. You might throw in silver. Those kind of run together. That's precious metals, right? And in that group, man, shit, you might throw in copper in that group, right? What else we got? What else we got, man? We got bonds, which would be the TLT. You know, we like to trade the TMF because it's triple leverage. I like the leverage, man. I don't know. I'm up like 820-something% now. Looks like we're running for 1,000. Shit. They're talking about silver going to 200. That's crazy to me. That put us up about 1,600%. That'd be crazy. Some point we got to get a pullback so we can get a new stage one so we can get back in it. I've been scaling down and now I'm down to what I got. And I'm just letting it ride. And that's one of the principles of professional trading is, let me pull this up. I wrote them all down here. Is number one, letting your renters ride them out. Let those profits run. At any point when you decide, hey, I think this is when you say, I think this, look at that. We're stopping just like we thought we would. Now, here's what's up. If this was a daily chart, let me clear out everything I put in there. I'm going to take everything down, except I'm going to put the line back on what we thought would happen right there. Boom. Right. And then what? Well, we're going to find this anchor point. The anchor point is the lowest low. How do you know this is the lowest low right there? How could you know? Well, the next bar went higher and the next one and the next one. And then we busted above the 5 exponential, which is that dotted line right there. That dotted line right there. Okay. If you can count to 4, you can do this. So a lot of people tell me you can't catch bottoms. That's bullshit. I catch bottoms all the time. Maybe they can't. I don't know what to say. If you can't catch the bottom, you're an idiot. I don't know what to say. You don't have a strategy that works, man. That's all it is. You just don't have a strategy. Now, it may not be the bottom. Maybe we do another one. Good. We'll catch that one too. Now, that's called position trading. That's what I did with Uber. For 4 years, all I did is on stage ones, which I'm going to pull this up and show it to you. So in the beginning here, this is the newsletter with the several magnificent 7 names, Meta, Tesla, and Amazon reporting next week. That's Wednesday, by the way, guys. So if you're looking for the popcorn trade, if you're looking to maybe boost your ego so you can say, I told you so. A lot of guys like to do that. Hey, what do you think Meta's going to do? What do you think Amazon's going to do? I don't know. Neither do you. Nobody fucking knows. Nobody on fucking earth knows, or they'd all be fucking rich. So if you like to gamble, which I like to gamble, throw you some call options on there. Or some, I don't know. If you got a bunch of shares of this, you could buy some puts. And that's like buying insurance. And if you're wrong, puts will go up when the stock comes down. Something to keep in mind. Anyway, let's see. I'll put a video. Oh man, I gotta put the video in. Let's see. Cash flows king. Got an article coming out here for the second income stream about how the White House, I don't know if you guys know this, President Trump, man, that dude's got his own second income stream going. They've been buying the shit out of bonds. He's got about 180 million they've bought. They've also bought some Warner Brother bonds. They bought some Netflix bonds. That's our trade of the week. And we're going to look at that stock. Let's get back over here, Bitcoin. We see the trade evolving here, right? Now, as a swing trader, I'm inside of the money flow, and I know the concept of price is going to go where it's been before. Where could that be? I'm going to say right there. It was there, it went there, and it went there. See how that works? And so right around in here, probably be my target. I need this TSI to curl. I need to see the curl. Make whirl. Sounded like Ice Cube there. And this histogram, that's the momentum. See, when it ticked the other way, when it was doing this tick, 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 that's to the downside. And then right there, that was your first sign. It is almost always the first sign when that ticks. Now, you might say, why don't you just trade on that? Well, that's just not accurate enough. But when we add it with the money flow and we add it with the curve and we add it that his price has been here before, and then we add the RSI, we got a soup, man. We got a little soup. So let's see. Might not work. Might not work. We'll see. If it doesn't, it breaks through, then we're looking for the move down to the next one. That's how that goes, man. What's up, man? What's up? What's up, Instagram? It's going down on the gram. Hey, Instagram, man, come on over to YouTube, man. Get into the 21st century and learn how to use your damn technology. Somebody's got to show you guys how to use technology. Come on over, man. Use YouTube. Get up on it. Go download ChatGPT, man, and get caught up. Get caught up, man. Don't hide your head in a bunker. Let's see. You're going to have a hard time trading. All right. Here in the newsletter, one of the front pages, Exxon, time to trim our oil positions. The majors are hitting extreme overbought readings, 70 plus RSI. Remember, it's just a trim. Well, a trim doesn't violate our rule. What's our rule? Our rule is let our winners run. Let those profits run. Most traders kill their own success by cutting the winners too soon. They get a little green on the screen, they panic, and they want to take that money, especially if they've been on a losing streak, man. Fuck it, 10%'s enough. Hell no. I'm trying to get 1,000, trying to get rich. You know, time for no bullshit. 10%. That's for losers, man. I ain't trying to get no goddamn 9% a year. That's for index only people. Man, fuck that. I didn't spend all this time to do that. I'm trying to get rich. The market finally starts moving in your favor, and instead of letting it develop, a lot of traders be trying to get out. The reason they're getting out is you suck at trading. And so you think this is big money. You got a little 10% pop. It's not, man. Don't grab small gains. Now, well, how can we overcome that? How can we make the best of both worlds? We trim it, but we don't trim it until it's time to trim. Till it's time to trim. This is one of the hardest parts of where are we at? Man, let's pull it up, though. Let's pull it up. Let's look at the XLE. XLE is one of the 11 sectors of the S&P 500. You got to know what's going on, man. You got to know about these 11 sectors, okay? Now, one of the things you'll see over here in the report, and I moved it from the back to the front, okay? Now, this is my homework board. This is part of the reason it takes so long to do the newsletter, is the homework board. Oh, I messed up. Dividends this week, $3,939. That's not bad for a little passive drip, huh? It's not bad. You don't get that taking 10% returns, by the way. Unless you want to do it for 50 fucking years. Maybe then. So here we are on the X and the L and the E. Hold on. Let me get back over here. Forgot what I was going to say. Right over here, you're going to notice S&P sectors. See that? S&P sectors. There's only 11 of them. If you don't know all 11 of them, you're not a good investor or trader. You got to fix that. I'd probably fire you. You couldn't work for me if you don't know all 11. You got to be able to know them all. You got to be able to rattle off some stocks in all 11. Just like in fourth grade when you had to know all 50 states and the capitals. So I figured you could pick and memorize 11 sectors. Not a big deal. Pretty easy, actually. Pull that back. You see here the wind? We rank the major assets. If you can't rank them and you can't understand the 11 sectors, You're going to have a very hard time. And then understand the stage 3, stage 1, 3 breakouts grow. You're going to have a hard time reading the board in relation to the win, 7 major assets, and the 11 sectors. That's to help get us understanding the rotation. So what I'm worried and thinking about most of the time is what is coming up, not what's already happened. Make sense? So I don't give a fuck about gold and silver. I played gold and silver a year ago when they were shitty and below the 200-day moving average. Now everyone likes them. I don't give a fuck about them. See how that works? Meaning what we're buying now is going to play out as time goes on. Now, that could be position trading. That could be investing. 2 different things. Okay. And position trading means I'm going to take some down and put it on based on market conditions and as it gets closer to true value. So you got to understand true value. You can't sell shit on Amazon. You can't flip shoes. You can't sell cocaine or drugs. You can't get out there and flip houses if you don't know what the market rate is. And so understanding stocks is just like real estate. My real estate friends used to always say, well, I don't do stock. Yeah, you do. You do stocks. You just don't get paid for it. You go to Home Depot and buy shit, right? Yeah. Well, thanks. That's how my stock goes up. And that's how I get dividends, because you don't do stocks. You do them. You're just on the wrong side of the cash register, right? Everybody does real estate. They're just on the wrong side of the collection. They're paying the bank. They're not collecting. So we got to get you to see the world a little different. You got to start to have a philosophy, and that's what the money flow is all about. The money flow is not about trading stocks. That's just one little part about it. It's a philosophy, a way of seeing the world, man. Right. At a certain point, we're going to stop reading books, start writing them. But now, before you do that, make sure you've read a bunch, okay? Put some time in, put some effort in. Let's see. Man, we got 38 people. You guys are up late, man. I appreciate you being here. I really do. If you hit that QR code, you get the next email I'm fixing to send out here. It's free. We're talking about the 5 principles needed to be successful as a trader. Number 1 is let those profits run. That's how you get an 800% return in silver. A lot of people in MFG been talking to them, text me and saying, gee, I hate to tell you this, man. I got out of that a while back. We were up like 300-400%. And I got out. Why? I don't know what happened that made them do that, because the very first tenet to successful trading is to let the fucker run. Let it run. Let that dog hunt, as my dad used to say. My dad was a hunter. He'd say, let that dog hunt. He used dogs to do the hunting. And that's pretty country, huh? Let that dog hunt, man. Back over here to Bitcoin. And look, it didn't hold, man. We broke. And look, TSI, MACD, everything's pointing down, baby. Let me make sure I ain't got no trades though. Shit, I think I closed them out before I got on. Let's see. Woo, thank goodness. Shit, I could have got in on the short side. But if you haven't figured out yet, you can now trade. We'll let this run. Get back over here to Exxon. Now, this is the XLE. XLE is made up of the major oil stocks. Everyone knows these stocks. I had a friend, not a friend, but a new person I'd met, and they were over the house, and they were saying 2X stocks reset. Pretty much, I think most of them reset every day. It don't matter. Shit. I know there's a big thing out there. You can't hold leverage. Okay, well, I don't know what to say, man. I've been holding a lot of leverage stocks for years. I mean, a lot of leverage indexes for years, just to challenge that theory. You can, if you follow the money flow and you add on stage 1s, it'll make up for the lost erosion that happens. A lot of times when they give these statistics and these things, remember, anybody putting out any information, they have a fucking agenda. Most people don't want you in those funds because that takes away from Fidelity and everybody else. Most of this bullshit about index only, that comes from people selling index funds. Duh. So careful who you're listening to, man. Find out for your damn self. You know, go buy $100 of it and see what happens. Just hold it. You know, I do a lot of 2X trading. That's how I'm up 200% in Google in 1 year. Why? Because I'm doing 2x leverage, man. And I would add to it on stage ones. I would hold it, add, hold it, add, hold it, add. Now, you still got to keep that positioning, get in position with it, getting jiggy with it. So this is the XLE. This tells us the sector is getting a little heated, man. 69 RSI. What happened last time? It had a 69 RSI right here. Pull back a little. Doesn't mean the run's over. And what I want to see, what I'd like to see in a perfect world, man, this is what I want to see in a perfect world, is it tags it, I start taking it down. And as a trader, shit, I might get out there. So I got in, I wrote it up, boom, took some off, got out. That's trading, okay? If you have a hard time with that, then don't do that. Don't be a trader. But if I'm a buy and holder, all I care about is stage ones, man. These right here, stage one. That's all I care about. I'm just buying those, man. And all the runs, I just let it run, man. I just let that bitch run. Let that dog hunt. So it really depends on your time frame. A lot of times people ask me, they want to get involved in a. Man, I forgot what I was going to say. I'm over here watching this Bitcoin collapse right now. But what's funny is it looks like it's collapsing. Let me take all this shit down. But you got to remember, we're on a 1 minute chart. So you might pull up the daily and be like, damn, it ain't even do anything. Probably not. All right. So let me take this back to a 5 minute chart. All right. So now in a 5 minute chart, things look a little different, right? Let's see if it's ever stopped around here before. Yeah, that one was a solid one. I think. Man, that's a solid one right there. That'd be a ways down, huh? That's going to drop us about another 300 points. If it falls all the way down to there, which right? Same thing. I'm looking for that histogram to go flat, really, man. A man asked about the 2X funds. I love the 2X funds. So right now on our trade of the last trade of the week, personally, I'm happy it's taking a minute to work because every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm adding to that position. Shit. Netflix, baby. Netflix. So this is it. This is it. This is it right here. Now, did we hit a bottom on Netflix? It's looking like it. Boom, we got the move on the TSI. Boom, we got the move on the histogram, right? Boom, we got the break below on the money flow indicator, right? What else we got? The RSI, boom. But it's done this before. Did it over here in this stage one. And then what? It went down. So now we're doing a new one. It's a new stage one. Tomorrow, price needs to get above, what is it? 85.94? Let's just say 86. We got to get above 86. So what he's asking here is exactly what I was going to say. NFLU 2 times for a Netflix would be a good buy here. I think so. I called an audible earlier in the week because I was afraid we were going to get a rip and I didn't want to lose out. So anytime I call an audible, I'm not backing the truck up, man. I'm just nibbling at it. And the reason I might do that is I'm afraid it could turn faster and we could get in it. And so what's up? I did get short on this Bitcoin. I'm up $30. I couldn't help it. I said I wouldn't trade while it was live, and here I am trading. So we're short this Bitcoin. I'm hoping it goes down to about 88 even, man. That'd be a nice little $100, $200 for day trading. Probably won't do that, man, but that's all right. That's all right. So, okay, we're talking about Netflix. Let's look at the one he said. That's not good. Man, no, shit, no, we ain't trying to leave the site. What the fuck? All right. All right, new drink, Thug Passion. So here it is. We see it diving down. Hopefully, we're going to come down into here, and that's where we'd stop. We stopped here before. Here, this whole zone has been a topping or a bottoming. All right. So yeah, let's look at that Netflix. It's a NFLU T-Rex 2 times long Netflix daily ETF. Now, on the income side, NFLY, that's the yield max Netflix option income. Might look over at that one. You might want to get in that one too. Anytime you're looking at these, there's more than one way to play it. There always is. Oh, let me pull it up. Always more than one way to play it. The proverbial more than one way to skin a cat. I like it right here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. It got above. It's right there to 5. I'd like to see it push just a little bit higher. And then I might start buying a lot more. Now, here's what I've been doing. I'll tell you what I did. I had opened a new margin account. And I just started kind of putting some money in it. And they won't give you margin until you hit about $2,000, you know. And so this Netflix trade came up, and I was like, man, I'm going to get on this Netflix trade. So I said, I'm going to put the first 2,000 in NFLU 2 times. Now, you can't use margin. Netflix won't give you any margin on that too. I'm almost positive. I'm going to double check that. Anybody, probably you've got a margin account, can tell you. Usually on those, you're going to get no margin from Netflix. But you can use them as a base for balance in which to get margin. So now that money in there gives, you know, I got a little over 2,000 in there, and that gave me another 2,000. Well, I'm taking that margin money, and I started buying shares of the regular Netflix because you can get it at 30 cents on the dollar. So I used the leverage to build the balance to get to the margin, and I used the margin to buy 3 times the Netflix to try to take this trade to a much bigger, and this is a separate account, you know. Let's see. I've started it small so far, but hopefully it will get, because I'm actually down $180 in this right now. All right, so let me show you this. Account value, it's a brand new account. I just wanted to, I was doing this to try to show a friend. Net account value, 2,293. Well, I got margin at 2,000, and that unleashed this margin purchase power of 1,483. Well, I can't buy the leverage down margin. Let's see. Go to margin, and let's put in that leverage fund. NFLU, the T-Rex. See? No margin. Can't do it. Now, let's put in NFLX. 35%, baby. 35%. That's not bad, huh? Man. Now, what if I put the 2,000 in there from a credit card or whatever, a loan, however you did it? And you got to get a little bump. And then I margin it. So I buy the 2x on that base. And then from then on, I start buying the regular, you know. Now, the reason I did it this way is I was afraid it was going to run before I got the money in. Obviously, you could sell. If once it gets going, I can sell the 2x, which is going to unload a shit ton of margin. Anyway, lots of ways to do things, man. So I got a big buy order in the morning. I'm going to pick up. How many shares am I at here? Yep. So not many, man. Not many. We could do a lot better, huh? Let's see. Yep. Well, this account set. That's a chunk, man. $700,000. $786,000 It's not, got a couple other accounts that are not part of E-Trade over at M1, things like that. Sounds like a lot. It's not that much. It's taking a long time, though. Let's see. These are the Exxon. My God, dude. Look at the silver now. Let me move it over. God damn. What in the fuck? Okay. Yeah, most of you know I got a 2 or 3 million in real estate, depending on what you price it at. Ain't worth shit if you can't sell it, I guess. 891%. This bitch has gone up 80% just since I started talking about being up 800%. So this is crazy, man. It was up $1,000 today. I'm down to just 35 shares, but I'm in the triple. I started buying it in here, and what does it say? 2004. 2004. The shit I bought in 2004 is up 985%. Now, there are going to be people tell you, you can't buy it. You can't hold leverage funds, dude. Bullshit. You can't. Fuck are you talking about? Let's see. Look at this stage 4 decline on Bitcoin here. We've fallen from 88,850 to 88,319. See, it's not that big. It looks massive though. But we're trading on a money. If you want to practice trading, you cannot beat trading Bitcoin at night. It trades 24/7. Get in there, start trading. Don't be a little punk. Start trading. Write down your trades if you have to. You can trade perpetual contracts if you want. It'll keep track and trade for real money. Keep it small. You can day trade the shit. Fuck, man, a perpetual contract's a 100th of the price. So right now they're $88 a contract. You can just trade 5 of them and learn and trade with real money if you wanted to. Just going to try to do a webinar on that soon. All right. We did the Netflix. You see how I'm playing Netflix. I'm leveraging it. I want to get about 5 or 10,000 of my own money in there. Let it 2 and 3x. Let it run. If we get back up here, if Netflix gets back to the 200, that's a double. We might not. Don't go crazy though either. I've seen good traders lose a lot of money because they became very convinced about one particular stock, and everything that could go wrong went wrong, and it kept going wrong, and they blew out. I watched a Money Flow member blow out trying to short shit. That's the other thing. I've had people come at me trying to short silver. Don't be a fucking retard. You don't short silver. It's the strongest asset in America. Do not short the strongest asset in America. There is no indication that thing is coming down. And you can't say just because it went up. That is a stupid reason. It is a stupid reason to short because something went up. I'm trying to be as blunt and as I can be because I got people thinking about it. I want to get that out of your head because it's fucking stupid. I'm telling you, do not short silver. I can't think of a dumber thing you could do right now in the stock market. Some of you out there are like, oh, well, I'm short right now. You're a dipshit. Seriously. For real. No kidding. No bullshit. No man's about it. Period. Stop. Don't do that, man. You're and if you got it right, all you did was learn a very bad, awful lesson that one day will bankrupt you. Do not short what is hot. You want to short what is weak. That's what professional traders do. What do I do with that, man? I'm live. I got people calling in. I hope I hurt nobody's feelings there. But Jared, I really want to short it because the RSI went high. RSI is not a reason to short something, by the way. That is not how the market works. let's see. It is not how the market works. You short shit that sets up and goes down. So then you would wait for the setup, wait for the turn, and then you could short it on a stage 4 decline. Even then, I wouldn't fuck with it. I'd be building my funds to get ready to get long it. And what's in motion stays in motion. It's right there in front of it's okay. Now watch this. Boom, we're getting a break. So I better get out of my damn shorts, huh? Let's see. Anyway, covered. Hope that lesson. I really want to keep people from doing this. The momentum in silver is unstoppable right now, and the number of people that are getting busted out at shorts is insane. Let's see.
Peter Bookvar, Chief Investment Officer at One Point BFG Wealth Partners. Peter, great to have you with us. What does it look like? How bad is it in your view if they quote unquote lose control of where the yen is going and where JGB yields are going in terms of not just the carry trade, but also, as Guy had alluded to, the money that Japanese investors have invested directly in other assets around the world? And that's a lot of it is U.S. Treasury.
Now we got to worry about the Japanese again.
Well, it certainly matters from a flow perspective. I do think that a further rise in long-term interest rates in Japan can be sort of a magnet and drag higher long-term interest rates in Europe and the U.S. I know there's a lot of focus on Japan, but look at European bond yields. The ECB has cut the short rate by 200 basis points, and German, French yields are at multi-year highs. So I do think that there is a global, just as there was a global bond bull market, I do think that there's going to be a global pull upwards in yields if JGB yields continue higher. I think one interesting thing also with Japan and the yen is one of the cheapest currencies in the world versus the US dollar. But it can maintain that cheapness, or maybe it reverses. I think an important other currency to keep our eye on here is the Chinese yuan, which is quietly at the highest level since May 2023 against the US dollar. Chinese yuan doesn't rally like that for no reason. It is a purposeful rise. And if the Chinese yuan can rally, it can give room for the yen to rally and other Asian currencies to rally. Therefore, this dollar weakness, which I think is going to continue, could really broaden out amongst a variety of different currencies. And with so much foreign ownership of U.S. assets, foreigners are going to have two choices. Am I going to hedge up my dollar holdings, or am I going to start selling my dollar holdings, or at least buy less of them?
Peter, it's interesting. What point does dollar weak? It's historically a tailwind for U.S. equities. I get it. At what point, in your opinion, is it become a headwind? And maybe not in the form of dollar yen because it's its own animal, but dollar euros at levels we haven't seen in a while. I think it's headed to 125. I don't know what. I think I know what it means, but what do you think it means?
Well, and dollar pound, dollar Aussie. The Singapore dollar closed today at a 12-year high against the U.S. dollar. I know we think, okay, it's good for export.
Hey, you guys that aren't really into Forex and shit, the easiest way to see this, want to see the dollar? It's the UUP. This is the Invesco DB US Dollar Index Bullish Fund, okay? Right now, the dollar is in a stage 4 decline, right? Oh, sorry. Right here. This fund is the UUP, Invesco's DBS US Dollar Index Bullish Fund. And as you can see, it's now in a stage 4 decline. It's not something I'd want to trade, but it does let you see when they're talking about the dollar. The other thing you can see on stock charts, if you're not, like I said, knee deep into Forex, is you can do US dollar, SD, what do they used to call them? Okay, here's an example. USD, we do this for crypto, right? ETH USD, XRP USD. Well, here's USD to AUD. That's the Australian dollar. So when they hear them talk about that, there it is. This is the Australian dollar, which looks like a buy setup, actually. That's a doji, right? Just giving a little context there. You can go and look at these things. Where's this dude at?
But the U.S. imports about 40%, or I should say 40% of U.S. imports are intermediate term goods that find their way into finished products. So on one hand, the final retail price could benefit from a weaker dollar, but almost half of your input costs are going to go higher. And also, we're dealing with a consumer that's dealing with PTSD on inflation. We've thrown tariffs at them. If you start to get a further weakness in the dollar, which negatively impacts their purchasing power, well, that can then be a drag on consumer spending, which we know is a huge chunk of the U.S. economy.
Hey, Peter, it's Karen. Thanks for being on. The flip side, though, to the weaker dollar for the U.S. is obviously we've got a huge amount of debt, and that's helpful. How do you think that?
Don't tell Dave Ramsey.
Well, foreigners still hold about 30% of the U.S. Treasury market. While that's down from 50% about 10 plus years ago, they still hold about 30%. If that continues to go down, well, then the U.S. Treasury is going to have to find other investors, whether it's U.S. retail, U.S. institutional, stable coins, or whatever. So I do think that because of that very large ownership of U.S. bonds and stocks from foreigners, further weakness in the dollar could sort of disrupt those flows. And if we do get a joining of this industrial and precious metal bull market with oil because of a weaker dollar, well, then that complicates the inflation story. It complicates the job of the Fed as well.
Peter, Tim, yeah, and foreigners who've been hedging a lot of this dollar exposure may decide not to do that, and I think this favors international markets, but I've said that before. But how about the commodity space and the weaker dollar and the commodities that we're not thinking about? And we've been talking around here recently, and I know you talk about this too, that the prices in energy equities, forget valuation, but how they've held in during a period with the prospect of supply is just a sign that the market is telling you something. A weaker dollar tells you commodities always go higher and could go a lot higher. And I'm not just talking about gold and copper. I'm talking about the entire commodity chain, but oil for sure, where I think it's underpriced.
I agree.
All right, what he's saying there. What he's saying there. Share this tab side. This is the stock ACHR. Our friend here just mentioned that Blackstone, take that down, bought a bunch of shares, hopefully for the right reason. Let's see here. So as the US dollar UUP goes down, see it dropping, it's gone down. Let's put in oil, USO. We see an oil go up. That's what he's trying to say. And in relation to dollar terms, you can go down the rabbit hole and all that shit. Just trying to bring a little visual to what they're talking about. That if the dollar keeps going lower, you're probably going to see oil the commodities are going to creep higher because they're purchasing dollars. It means you can get more of the commodity for the dollar. Doesn't really affect us too much here, day to day, little guys like me and you. But I was trying to see where Tom Lee had mentioned something on this.
Let's do some calls of the day. So Goldman has an interesting gaming call today. They say expect another tough quarter for Vegas. They still name Las Vegas Sands their top pick. They reiterate their buy, $80.
Las Vegas Sands, huh? Las Vegas Sands, LVS. Man, look at that. Look at that, man. That is a classic swing trade. Look at this. Man, this is matter of fact, you're right on time. Look at that. There's your doji anchor point. Bam. On the RSI extreme, we got the curl, the MACD, the money flow indicator. Everything is set up. You got an easy target here. I like that call. Boom, right there, stage one. Man, just shows you. You can watch TV and maybe make money. I don't know. Let's see.
Is the price target there. However, they do lower Wynn's target to 140 from 148, and they reiterate the buy there as well. Jimmy, we go to you first because I've ended on Wynn, and that's your big winner.
Yeah, well,
has been one.
It has been. I mean, it's come off a little bit. I'm thinking of adding to it. I trimmed it not that long ago. But the thought process here is, let's be clear, Las Vegas is not.
You notice he said he trimmed it. All right, let's see why he might have trimmed it. Let's go to Wynn. I'm going to assume he trimmed it. And I bet if anybody's out there, just smile if you can hear me. Just let me know. Look at this top here. I bet if anybody checks, that's probably the current value. I don't know. Oh, sorry. So that was when he said he trimmed it. I bet he trimmed it up in these ranges here. Probably on this side over here on the way up. But just for my people that want to, because the RSI went extreme. Well, the RSI was extreme there and there and there, but it went up. See what I'm saying? So it's temporary on the RSI. Two ways RSI can work things off. It does not have to do it by going down. It can do it through time. It can go sideways, and that is a way to work off the RSI. Let's see what my man says about when.
Doing so well. In part, that's because the comps were unbelievably difficult in the few years after the pandemic. I mean, everybody was there, and that has died off. There's questions about whether that's cyclical or secular, but if you look at Wynn, the reason to own Wynn, and also, Joe, to your Las Vegas Sands, is the Macau exposure, and even more than that, the Dubai resort, which is going to open up in less than a year, maybe a year, but should be less than a year. And that's where the real boost in earnings is going to come from. That's why I own it.
Joe?
Well, my man mentioned that Tom Lee loves BN. What is it? BMNR. Yeah, I mean, he's chairman of the board, so I'm assuming he does love it. It's basically his company. He created it. So something to keep in mind when you think about that. I own some shares in it, but those funds are don't go crazy with those. Okay. Keep your Bitcoin exposure limited because it can really come down. Even if you're Chris Johnson, it can come down. Let's see. Even if you're in the motherfucking Wealth Squad, it can come down. Let's see. Where were we here?
So for us, the better trade is in Las Vegas Sands, and that's because of the balance sheet. We looked at Wynn. Unfortunately, for Wynn, you have negative return on equity, negative debt to equity. So for the quality factor, it didn't qualify in that regard. Las Vegas Sands, a newer position, established at the end of October.
Man, Joe's always complaining too, man.
Since then. So I agree with Jimmy. It looked like they had really strong momentum. Each one of these stocks is kind of pulling back right now from the early December highs. And we'll see where it goes from here.
Okay, let's take Cummins. Take a look at this stock. They've downgraded it to peer perform over at Wolf. It was at Outperform. Joe, you own this name as well. They talk about it having material.
Man, I don't know about no Wolf Cummins. That stock's really gone up. Look at this, guys. Remember what I was saying at the beginning? The price has been before, it'll go again. So that's where it stopped before. Look at this. This is crazy. Right there, it stopped. Did it again. Now it just stopped right there. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. How can it be like that? If we see the turn, right? See the MACD switching over, the money flow and thing. So if you're day trading, that's how fast it goes. While we were listening to old Kern there, we're in it and we're out of that motherfucking trade that fast. So if you want it, man, run through the week. I'll be honest, I'm not excited about anything right now. Most things are a little overpriced, in my opinion. Not overpriced. Somebody said they picked up some Bitto. Yeah, I'm getting crazy ass. I'm getting crazy dividends on that Bitto. We'll see how it goes. I've got it borrowed and leveraged, so if I don't show up on YouTube, you guys know what happened. I blew up and lost all my money. What's up, Prado? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I like the V play. Visa, it's kind of expensive. On all these plays, guys, go look. You probably find a 2X fund. If you're not using Marge, probably find a 2X fund, and you can get the price where it's a little more manageable, and you can buy some shares and be able to trim. You always want to buy in increments of 3, meaning I want to be able to own one, trim one, and then get out. Major Mills, what's up, baby? He says, liking the AI setup. I'm liking that one too. I'm gonna be honest. Let's see. I mean, there's some stage ones. If you go check the Peters report again, hit that QR code up there. Hit the QR code and get on the mailing list. I'm gonna send out this as usual. I started talking about it and never did. You can get on to principles, the 5 attributes here that'll make you a consistent and profitable trader. And the first one was letting profits run. And the second one would be managing risk. And we do that through share size, targets, and exposure. So trimming is actually a form of risk management. Okay. Trimming. I do like the AI setup here. This has been the bottom for a bit. I'm in that stock. I've been adding to it on stage ones. Let's get it going. Let's get it done. All right. Man, I appreciate you guys. Everybody on Instagram, man, get cool. Come on over to YouTube, man. Ain't nobody wants to hang out on Instagram. Instagram is like the new Facebook, man. That's for your grandma. I don't know where the cool one is. I still think it's YouTube. Adding to AIYY as well. He's right there. He's talking about second income stream and picking up some money. Hope you like my new haircut, man. It's kind of short. A little out of control right now. So that's it. Hey, catch me on Instagram. Hit me up in the DMs. And if you're looking for some people to trade with, man, look for a group of like-minded people. We send out alerts, try to get you where you need to be, where you can be your own trader. But at the same time, come trade with us because you're gonna see stocks I'm not gonna see. That's the beautiful thing about trading with a group. And if you get a chance, go on over to Spotify. I just dropped a new podcast called about the myth, man, that you're not enough. It's pretty good. Let me know what you think about it. I thought it was a good message. I just re-listened to it myself, got fired up. I really did. Let's see. Pull this man.
Message. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's up, man? Love you guys.
Not hang up the phone until their client either buys or fucking dies!
Guys being sober. Fucking sucks. Boring, right? So boring. I want to kill myself.
Rich. Who's rich every fucking time we care about? Let's get fucking rich.
Fairy dust. It doesn't exist. It's never landed. It is no matter. It's not on the elemental chart. It's not fucking real.